What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. It looks like Patrisse is in deeper and deeper trouble. I don't know how this is going to be handled. I don't know if anything could be handled criminally, but it looks like there's some financial criminal activity going on. Apparently, not only has Patrisse been spending and splurging on herself and her wife, but she's also been spending money on her child's father, which is very interesting. This is a woman who's turned to dating women, but she's still paying her baby's daddy. Not only that, she's also put her brother on the payroll as well. For women whose whole mission at first was to improve black lesbian women or women of the alphabet or people of the alphabet community, or the black people of the alphabet community, as well as trying to change the fundamentals of our society as far as the family is concerned, she sure as heck is taking care of her family. Okay. And the thing is that these corporations that are spending money on people like Patrisse don't even care. Now, this was basically the secondary article to the other one I'm going to be reading. It says corporations don't care if BLM is wasting their money. It's just for PR. That's all it's for. They pay these organizations to keep them off their back because they don't want any issues. Okay, it's a racket. It's basically what it is. But let's get into this article from New York Post. Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors used charity funds to pay her brother and child's father eye-watering sums of cash for various services, according to tax documents filed with the IRS. The whole irony of this is that Patrisse is one of several women who run the Black Lives Matter organization, who has been running it over the years. And it's been about them. They made themselves the face of it, right? But in actuality, Patrisse was taking care of the black men around her. She was taking money that could have went to, Tamir Rice's mother and other women whose sons were victims of these tragedies that we've seen with these police incidents. She was giving it to her brother and her baby's daddy. Now, I know that Patrisse has a wife and is considered a black lesbian, even though she has not really confirmed it herself. But it's interesting how she's still giving almost $1 million, a year to her baby's father? You would think she wouldn't care about her baby's father, but she cares. You see, the thing about women like Patrisse, no matter who they date, there's always going to be that one man from her past that she's always going to be in love with, and she's always going to do the most for. And that's exactly what Patrisse did. And it honestly would not surprise me if she is still having relations with her baby's father. Because for you to give this man almost $1 million in a year, right? That was his salary that he was getting. He was on the payroll for. For her to do that lets you know that she's still in love with this man, to the point to where she went and got with another woman. She didn't want to be with no other man that wasn't him. I'm telling you right now, what I know about a lot of women out here is that they're not going to do this type of stuff for somebody that they're not in love with. It doesn't matter if they're dating women. They will still have relations with men. And it seems to me that this woman is so in love with her ex that she's putting him on the payroll. The co-founder's brother, Paul Cullors, saw a cool sum of $840,000 hit his bank account for allegedly providing security services to a nonprofit organization, tax documents seen by the Post. Meanwhile, the organization paid a company owned by Damon Turner, with whom Cullors shares a child with, almost $970,000 to help produce live events as well as other creative services. I wonder what those creative services is. I wonder what creative services Damon was providing. On top of the controversy, BLM wrapped up its fiscal year which runs from July 1st of 2020 to June 30th, 2021, with a stunning $42 million in net assets. The foundation had an operating budget of about $4 million, according to a board member. More than $37 million was spent by the foundation on grants, real estate, and charter on private flights, according to tax filings. Look at this. Unbelievable. What's more, $32 million was invested in stocks, making up nearly a third of the $90 million the organization received in donations. The investment is expected to become an endowment in a bid to ensure the organization's work continues in the future, organizers say. The 63-page Form 990 document, an annual filing required for nonprofit organizations to maintain their tax-exempt status, shows Cullors reimbursed the organization $73,000 for a charter flight. BLM insists she took the flight 2021 out of concern for the COVID-19 pandemic and health risks that come with it. Cullors already found herself in hot water after receiving a cool $120,000 payment for undisclosed consulting fees by BLM. After back-to-back controversies, Cullors last year resigned as executive director of the organization amid criticism over her lavish lifestyle. The tax filing release closely follows the controversy over the purchase of a $6 million property in Los Angeles. BLM faced a torrent of backlash last month when it publicly emerged that the organization purchased a swanky Southern California home using donated cash. Cullors at the time said she was weeks removed from being in survival mode after the Post's exclusive reporting revealed her purchase of 4 high-end homes for $3.2 million. Well, Patrisse, you wouldn't have been in survival mode if you weren't spending that money on properties, all right, and living a lifestyle that you know that you can't really afford outside of the organization. Now, I can see if you had your own money and you had your own company, but you were making money off of BLM. You were living off of BLM. That was how you were able to take care of yourself financially and give you all this, what you've gotten. Now, I hope she's able to make money from those real estate properties that she's bought up, because if she isn't, she's definitely going to be in survival mode, especially if they come after her for misleading as far as the funds is concerned. During that time, she says she hosted a Joe Biden inaugural party for about 15 people, including BLM chapter members and other key allies of the organization. You see how closely tied they are to the Democratic Party? They were nothing more than a mouthpiece for the Democratic Party. That's all they were. They were basically agents for the DNC, and they still are. You know, that's why they're able to get organizations to pay them. Cullors initially said the properties were purchased by BLM to serve as a meeting venue and campus. She also issued a statement denying suggestions she had lived at the property. Well, I don't buy that whatsoever. I think they having all types of parties at that mansion. You don't buy a $6 million mansion just to have meetings at here and there and to have a get together here and there. This is once again Patrisse lying and not being honest about what's going on. Patrisse knows full well that they are doing a lot more than just having a get together here, get together. No, they are having all types of parties in that house. Why would you purchase it? You could have went and purchased a building space, but you didn't, did you? You wanted a mansion, Patrisse. And I would not be surprised if it was her idea, because she's already been buying up properties. She was already doing that. So this was probably all spearheaded by her since she was executive director. Cullors also said that she threw a private birthday party for her son at the property in March of 2021 and intended to pay a rental fee to BLM. The recent tax filing shows she paid the foundation additional $390 over her use of the 6,500 square foot Studio City property of 2 private events. Just $390? Did you use it? Was it like $50 an hour? And that's her and her brother there. Tax records show after spending more than $37 million on grants, real estate, consultants, and other undisclosed expenses, the BLM organization still is worth tens of millions of dollars. A red flag that seemingly emerged from the tax records shows that Cullors was the foundation board's sole voting director and held no board meetings. That is why she was able to give money to whomever she wanted. She had full control. They gave this woman full control. This 990 reveals that the BLM organization or foundation is the largest black abolitionist nonprofit organization that has ever existed in the nation's history. What we're doing has never been done before, says Shalomia Bowers, who serves as the foundation's board secretary. We needed to get dollars out of the grassroots organizations doing the work of abolition, doing the work that would shift the moral tide of this world towards one that does not have or believe in police, prisons, jails, or violence, he added. Well, you're not going to be able to have a country if you don't house the criminals. I mean, if you're just allowing people to commit violent acts and you don't have police, you're going to have a third world country ruled by warlords. And I know a lot of you heifers would not survive in that world. No matter what these movies and TV shows try to tell you, you're not going to be able to survive in a world like that. So they're fighting a fake crusade. Tax records show BLM paid Bowers over $2 million for providing the organization with operational support such as staffing and fundraising. The foundation vowed to launch a transparency and accountability center on its website to make its financial documents available for public inspection. Bowers, who was named as one of the 3 members of BLM's board of directors in May, serves alongside board chair Cicely Jaye, a communication professional, and Dezane Parker, a member of BLM's Los Angeles chapter. I mean, this all sounds good, but we need to get to how this was able to happen. Listen, they say they're going to be more transparent. Maybe because Patrisse isn't there and now they have people who are actually a board and not a fake board over it. Maybe this will be a situation where Patrisse is no longer a part of it, so they can show people, hey, we're a real organization. Do I think they're going to do that? I don't know. I have no belief at all. I mean, look at this. I have no belief at all that they're going to be able to do the things that they say that they're going to do. Nobody has held this organization accountable ever. Okay, this is the first time this organization has actually been held accountable. So for me to actually believe that now all of a sudden, because Patrisse got caught, that there's going to be a way to hold this organization accountable, I'm not buying that whatsoever. I just think they got caught and now they are scrambling. They're scrambling. So let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to the Patreon. I'll see y'all next video.